In this video, we are getting every brutality for Sindel, and while we were getting these brutalities, we made a lot of people mad. And some people even started talking trash, and they ended up rage quitting.
So broken, dude. It's so weird. It's the only time I've ever seen that one snap move do anything. That's funny. Is man, or is it just Sindel? No other characters?
Sindel.
Alright.
If you're liking what you're seeing, like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow in more ways than one.
QUITALITY. Sindel wins.
If you are planning on using Sindel, I'm going to recommend you 3 cameos. I'm personally using Sareena with Sindel because I actually want to do damage. And the other cameos just don't provide you the same damage that Sareena does. Goro and Striker are really good too because they'll help you be safe on practically everything. You could just throw that out there after being stupid and putting on a dumb move, and it will still keep you safe. In the first match, we ended up facing a General Xiao, and let me tell you something, this guy was not half bad. He was actually really good. The reason he was really good is he was so aggressive, I just did not know what to do. This was, I think, my 3rd match with Sindel online, so finding the right buttons to punish off of were kind of difficult at first. He also wasn't using Motaro the right way, which I figured out later on in the video, so it kind of helped me a little bit. If you guys didn't know, if you're playing General Xiao and you have Motaro, you are a true 50-50 mix-up character. You have an overhead that you can start a good 40% combo with, but he's just going to press buttons and take the round. He does a really good job keeping us in the corner, and he actually keeps converting that string. Most people do not keep that string going until the end. They never finish it. They just cancel after the 2nd hit. But he kept going, so I armor out of there. I'm just trying to find a punish, honestly. And I dropped the only punish I had. In my defense, I didn't even know that was going to hit. Now we get a nice little 21%, 22%. Now, this guy does break the combo. Unfortunately, I think I would have actually taken his life. He might be allergic to the block button. He's probably one of those, people that just press buttons and hope for the best. But hey, he got a round off of me, so I guess it worked. We challenge him in the air, and then right here is the weirdest thing. Let me explain. If you are off doing that move after the scream, it is like so low to the ground that it is impossible to combo off of. Now that's not optimal. You can get the damage to like 38% off of that, which I do end up getting a little later on in the video. This was, I think, one of my sloppier games because it was one of my first games. But he does end up getting that again on me, and then he gets a nice little 341. I'm gonna make another General Xiao video. He looks way too much fun after I played him. It's been a long time, but we end up trying to zone him out here because, quite honestly, I don't want nothing to do with him close up, but Motaro grabs me and bends me over the barrel. He x-rays for whatever reason. I don't know what that x-ray was, and then he breaks it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get a brutality here.
Brutality. Sindel wins.
Not gonna lie, I didn't even know I was gonna get that hit, but I'll take it. That was a pretty cool brutality. But he does end up leaving. I mean, look at this. I don't know why so many people rage quit in this game. It's really bad in this game. Like, they will lose one game and they will just leave the match. Now, in the next match, we ended up facing a Kenshi with one of the coolest skins I've honestly seen in the game. But we put this Kenshi in the absolute blender once we started figuring out Sindel. I'm still so mad that I dropped that combo, but it's okay. We'll get our get back. We'll get our get back, okay? So he was a little too late on that stance, and I ended up getting the block off. And I tried to put him in the corner, but he kept jumping out, so I was just like, let's just let it happen. That little move right there is safe on block, by the way, so you can just throw it out. It's pretty much an air projectile, like little hair throw, and we end up getting the round. He honestly doesn't know how to punish me when I'm doing that little move, so I just kept using that to my advantage. He kept letting me get these throws off, so I just kept going for the throws. If they're working, I'm not gonna stop doing them. Now here's the tricky part. I was debating whether I wanted to go for the grab brutality or the hair brutality, and I ended up going with the hair one.
Brutality. Sindel wins.
I don't know what it is about that brutality, but it is just so clean. Now, I don't know who we're facing right now, but this man had a lot to say. And, you know, all I'm saying is, if you're playing Raiden and you can get 42% combos off of 6 buttons, I don't think you should be complaining about characters. I do think Sindel is one of the, like, worst characters in the game. Like, she's definitely not, like, anywhere near the top. She's definitely not, like, the worst character, but she's near the bottom. And he does put me in the absolute blender in the first round, don't get me wrong. Like, I didn't know where to block. He's plus on practically everything besides that little string right there. And I didn't know what to do. But we are gonna get our get back here. He ends up breaking it. I guess that's a smart break. I mean, it's the beginning of the round, but sure, whatever. And then he teleports back into the corner. This one, you know, somebody's really bad at the game. It's just the character that's carrying them. His decision making in this entire game was just so terrible. He's always constantly teleporting behind me, even if it is in the corner. Makes zero sense to me, but you know. Now, I don't know who decided to give her move different ranges, but that range always nearly every time messes me up. Whoever decided to do that, they need to be fired. Now, you have no right to talk about a broken character when you're playing the best goddamn character in the game. Well, I'll never understand that. It's not the character, okay? You're losing with the best character in the game with probably a low tier character in the game. It's not the character, buddy, it's you. You know, Super Smash Bros, it's always free. It's a really easy fighting game. It's a really dumbed down fighting game. So you can just go ahead and try a Super Smash Bros. I'm sure you'll love that.
It's the only time I've ever seen that one snap move do anything. That's funny. Is man, or is it just Sindel? No? No other characters?
Sindel.
Alright.
I guess you do you, man. Obviously I'm not going to switch characters while I'm trying to make a video. And keep in mind, Sindel is really not that hard to play against. Unless you're playing like a top tier Sindel, she's really not that hard to play against. Now, it wouldn't be a Mortal Kombat video without me facing a Smoke or a Scorpion. So, you know, here's the Smoke. Man, I'm telling you, Smoke is the most annoying character to play against in Mortal Kombat. You can't defer you cannot change my mind on that. I don't care what anybody says. You see, I am using Scorpion as my cameo in this. I was just trying new things out. He's not the best. I don't recommend Scorpion as much as I would recommend Sareena. And that's only because of the damage. Because Sindel can get her own hits. So, you know, the only other cameo I would recommend is either Striker or Goro. Those are the only other two. Just because they help her be safe on everything. But this little guessing game, I have to play with smoke. I hate it. It's like we're playing rock, paper, scissors, but he has a fourth move, which is a bomb. And the bomb fucks me in every single way possible. And of course, I end up dropping that combo. I am 6 hours into this little recording session, so I think I'm probably so fried right now that I couldn't even tell you. The little corner pressure, he doesn't have to block on half of these. That's why I'm like not completing any of the strings, because like they're not safe. I'm like expecting him to do something back. And of course, Sareena cucks me. Now, I really thought that my wake up I just did would have caught him in the air, but for whatever reason it didn't. That move looks like it carries full screen, but it really doesn't. And we still missed the uppercut, but we got a 326. I think that combo goes up to 35, 36%. If we had Sareena, that combo would easily go to 37, 38. But he gets a nice little 40% combo on me. He does use like 2 bars, so I guess that's okay. That move is super stoppable. Like, I don't know why a lot of people just don't do that. If you don't know, you can just poke out of that. Now here's the tricky part. I gotta get a brutality, so I can't really do that much damage.
Consider this an honor.
Brutality. Sindel wins.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was dead after the first 2 seconds of the scream, but I guess the next 8 are just for reassurance. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. If you enjoyed what you saw, man, like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. And if you want to watch more brutalities, here's a video on me getting every brutality with rain. And if you're looking for some damage, here's 100% damage in 10 seconds. That made a lot of people rage quit. There's some brutalities in that video too. I'll put both of them up top.